Regular programming to bring you the latest news at this hour. We take you to Campo Aguinaldo in Quezon City, where authorities, led by the DILG, are giving a briefing on Special Task Force Degamo. Let's listen in.
Oriental, no, nandirito po sila ngayon. Ako po'y magbibigay ng mga updates sa mga nangyari as part of the continuing investigation on the shooting incident that transpired on March 4, 2023 at Pamplona, Negros Oriental, which resulted in the death of Governor Ruel Degamo and 8 others and the wounding of 18 more other victims. The Special Task Force Degamo would like to announce that 5 more suspects who have a direct participation in this incident are now under the custody of the Armed Forces of the Philippines. Maraming salamat. Yes, from the custody of the Armed Forces of the Philippines, kanina po ay nilipat na po ito sa NBI, no? Kaya gusto kong pasalamatan, of course, ang AFP, ang DND tungkol po rito. Prior to this, last March 2023, another suspect who earlier surrendered was turned over to the custody of the NBI. As you may recall, less than 6 hours after the attack against Degamo, yung mga unang araw po ito, 3 suspects have been arrested by the joint elements of the PNP and AFP during the hot pursuit in Bayawan, Negros Oriental. Subsequent thereto, another suspect was cornered and engaged, pursuing teams from the PNP and AFP that resulted to the death of the suspect. So yung unang araw na yun, 4 po, no? 3 yung nakuha at yung isa ay namatay. Thereafter, another suspect fell in the hands of the authorities during pursuit operation. Tapos isa pa ang nakuha. Hence, as of today, we now have a total of 10 suspects under custody. Inuulit ko po, 10 na ho ang under custody ng pamahalaan. These suspects have voluntarily offered relevant testimonies that will help the task force build a strong case against the perpetrators as well as the intermediaries and mastermind. No? The National Task Force Group investigation and legal under the Task Force Degamo is now in the process of completing the documentation of the initial statements taken by the investigators from the suspects presently under custody. With this development, we are grateful to the military component of the Special Task Force Degamo led by AFP Chief of Staff General Andres Centino for taking the initiative, and of course Sec. Charlie Galvez of the Department of National Defense for taking the initiative to facilitate taking the custody of the 3 suspects. Actually, 5 na ho ngayon of the 5 suspects. We would also like to commend and recognize the efforts of the Philippine National Police headed by General Rodolfo Aserin Jr., the NBI led by Attorney Medardo de Lemos, and other related government agencies for their invaluable support and assistance to the task force. Indeed, our collaboration in the past few weeks have paved the way to the surrender of the individuals responsible in the murder of Degamo and others. As we speak, joint military tracker teams remain focused in pursuing leads, including information provided by the suspects under custody. Marami hong nakukuwang mga impormasyon na binibigay ng mga suspects. Tandaan ninyo, 10 po ito, no? To account and arrest the remaining suspects still at large. Para sa mga natitira pa mga suspect, muli, no, paulit-ulit naming sinasabi na sumuko na po kayo, no? Marami na pong mga sumuko, mag-isip-isip na rin kayo at sumuko na rin kayo. So, we would like those who have knowledge government authorities so that justice can be served to the victims of this gruesome crime. Yun lang po. Maraming salamat.
May we hear the short statements from the policy of the, of course, the Secretary of the Department of Justice, sir.
Thank you. As stated by Secretary Abalos, we now have in our custody 10 persons, 9 of whom participated directly in the attack against Governor Degamo, and the 8 other victims and the 8 other deaths that happened and the other injuries that were sustained by the people. These 9 people have been talking to the authorities about their roles in the incident that happened last March 4, and we expect much more results in the next few days when we are able to speak to the rest of the suspects, because we have not yet formalized their statements. We will be getting their formal statements in the next few hours and next few days. We have to be very systematic about getting the statements, and we have to be very, very thorough about the facts that we can elicit from these people. And we expect that the evidence will turn up already against the masterminds in a few days. We believe that it would be a good time to name the masterminds after we have spoken to the 9 suspects. There will be a lot of revelations that we expect to happen. So I'd like to congratulate the members of the Armed Forces of the Philippines for their invaluable support in this operation. Of course, the Philippine National Police was very, very instrumental in paving the way for many of the information to filter through for the task force to move forward. So we just have to go on with the work, and the NBI is now actually in the middle of everything, getting the statements of these suspects and trying to get the most important facts out so that we can build our case. Ang tawag po dito, case build-up na po tayo. We're now building up the cases that we will be filing in the next few days. Papasalamat rin po kami sa NBI. Siyempre, dahil wala hong tigil ang support role ng NBI dito na tulong ng tulong. At salamat po sa lahat na kasama sa effort kasi hindi ho madaling gawin to. But it just shows that the whole of government cannot be defeated by anybody. Hindi ho kaya ang whole of government natin. We are resolute in this pursuit for justice, and we will not stop. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. May we also request our OIC DND Secretary Galvez, sir, to give a few words, sir.
Unang-una sa lahat po, kagaya po ng sinabi ng ating Task Force Commander, si Secretary Benhur Abalos, nung unang tumawag po siya sa akin nung nangyari po yun, talagang humingi po siya ng tulong para sa pag-solve dito sa ating karubaldumal na pagpatay kay Governor Degamo, ay tuloy-tuloy na po na tumulong ang ating armed forces. And then afterwards, the President call over for the service of the armed forces, and within 10 days, we were able to see na yung lahat ng involved, yung 10 na involved, ay nandito po lahat sa atin. And we'd like to congratulate the joint effort of the Armed Forces of the Philippines, especially under General Centino, at ang ating mga kapulisan at ang member ng NBI, na halos yung ginagawa po namin na every other day nag-meeting po kami dito sa DND at sa DILG para at least ma-focus po natin yung operation po natin. Madam, as we have, Ma'am Janice, as we have promised to you, the President, that we will give justice. At nung pumunta po kami sa inyo, na sinabi po namin na there is always time for reckoning, and the reckoning is today. And now, the reckoning is, God is good. Po. Thank you. Maraming salamat po.
Thank you very much, sir. Before we start our question hour, may we remind our media friends and partners, we can entertain one question and one follow-up so we could entertain and accommodate others. The first to ask questions, sir, is Mr. Mar Gabriel of Net25, followed by Ms. Leia Ilagan of UNTV.
Hi, sirs. Good afternoon po. Sir, may we know kung anong mga bagong information ang isinir sa atin ng mga bagong na sumuko na mga suspect na hindi na ibigay ng mga nauna nating naaresto at napasuko?
Well, they're still undergoing a tactical interrogation right now. No? Tinatanong pa sila for the case build-up.
Itong new batch kasi was able to withdraw from the scene and stay in a safe house, and were extracted to another place. So we have an idea of how things happened after. At least, yung first part kasi, hot pursuit, nahuli na natin yung mga tao, yung first part ng mga suspects. Ito naman, what happened after yung kanilang pinapaliwanag. Pero hindi pa kami kumpleto sa details, which is still very sketchy. And we're getting the details out. Hopefully by Saturday, tapos na kami sa questioning at question and answer format na ginagawa namin.
But what is interesting here is that of the 10 under custody, 9 are ex-military, and 1 is an ex-military trainee who did not finish the course. So from this, makikita mo yung training ng mga taong to. No? That's quite interesting.
Sir, based dun sa mga initial info na ibinigay ng mga suspect, how confident po tayo na makakapag-file tayo ng airtight case against the mastermind and sa iba pang mga suspect?
We're very confident. It's just a matter of time. We just have to get all the statements together so we can link all the evidence together. Pero magagawa namin. We will identify the masterminds, at least the first ones that will come out.
Ms. Leia, please.
Good afternoon, sirs. Sir, bukod po doon sa mga testimonya ng mga nahuling suspect, ano pa po ang hawak nating ebidensya na magdidiin doon sa mastermind?
Marami pa kaming hawak na iba. Hindi lang namin pwede i-detail yan. At yung mga baril naman nahuli kagad, no hot pursuit. Marami kami nakuhang ibang ebidensya.
Kasi ang mahirap po yung piecemeal ang pagbibigay namin. Sana maunawaan na ng mga nakikinig po ng mga kababayan natin. Mas maganda kung matapos na lahat ng investigasyon, isang latag, isang ang gusto na namin sabihin ngayon is that ang dami na ng nakuha ng under custody. You could just imagine yung dami ng impormasyon na nakuha natin. Sabi nga ni SOJ, yung una hot pursuit. Pagkatapos, eto, lumipas ang ilang araw, lumipat ng lugar, nahuli pa rin, no, nadakip pa rin sila. So, doon pa lang makikita nyo yung lawak ng ebidensyang hawak natin habang tumatagal. Okay.
Actually, we can treat this as a surrender. Kasi the pressure of the task force, the work of the government is very, very much felt on the ground. Kaya, we believe that this caused a lot of people to surrender because they know that we will not stop, we will not relent, and that it's a better decision to cooperate with government. That's why we treat the last five people that we have taken into custody as surrenders. They are surrenders, yes.
Sir, doon po sa 10 hawak nyo, ilan po doon ang nagdidiin sa iisang mastermind? O meron silang impormasyon na para-pareho na sinasabi nila na ito yung mastermind?
Wala pa kaming statement dyan kasi hindi pa kompleto ang statements ng lahat. We have to talk to everybody, at least the last few suspects that are surrendered para malaman.
Secretary Agriculture, you mentioned that none of them have participation in the rate of kasama po ba dito sa
Direct, talagang direct na nandun. Talagang direct. Di ba alam mo participation tawag direct. Hindi
And that was DILG Secretary Benhur Abalos, Justice Secretary Boying Remulla, and Defense OIC Carlito Galvez Jr. giving updates on the killing of Negros Oriental Governor Roel Degamo. If you have just tuned in, here are some of the more pertinent details from that media briefing. The DILG said that a total of 10 suspects are now in government custody, the NBI getting the statements of all the suspects needed in the case buildup, and the DILG is hoping that by Saturday, the questioning of the suspects will all be wrapped up. I'll be back with more stories at 4:30 p.m. I'm Sean Yao. We are One News.